welcome back to another episode over here at the Dana Lee Project and the Mandy Project. So we are discussing another topic today. I don't know the topic, but Mandy does. And all right, let's just dive right into it. So
I don't know the topic, but Mandy does. Trust and vulnerability with women, like-minded women.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
And this is coming from two women who have very healthy marriages and
Yes.
very wonderfully supportive husbands.
Mm-hmm.
And right. So, and I can easily say my marriage has only gotten better and better, especially since doing this work on myself, for myself. My marriage has definitely gotten better. And that being said, part of our secret of that happy marriage is that I do not lean on him to fulfill all of my needs.
Mm-hmm.
I need my ladies. I need my friends. I need my community. I need you guys. I love that I have kind of little different pockets of women that are just, like it's super cool that there's just like different ways. Like, so for example, we have our mentorship, our MindFit Mentorship Collective. So there's that group of women around this topic of this work that is so like when we get together, because we do these in-person women's circles every once in a while, right? We just had one like a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, but when we publish this, it'll be.
Yeah.
But that is like so life-giving because everybody in that circle, all those women, and what's cool is like there were 10 women there, right? Plus me and you, and not even all the local women could make it that weekend. So that is pretty incredible to have all these women in the topic of what we talk about, where we have the same kind of like understanding about the work, the framework of the work. So that way, when we talk about whatever is going on, everyone has this like understanding. There isn't like having to explain or give too much context or have to feel like you need to defend something or anything like that. So that is awesome. Plugging into that where we can talk like and just say what we need to say and feel supported, not wrong in it, of like contemplative about it, solution oriented about it. Like it's awesome. Then I have like the ladies that I train and I work out with. There's like banter and camaraderie and we bust each other's, I was going to say bust each other's balls, kind of. For women, we bust each other's ovaries. If you had a hysterectomy, then we bust your, I don't know, your butt cheek.
You do bust people's butt cheeks. You do.
We do.
Yeah.
I do. Dana, my ass is killing me from those lunges. But the music we play, we're swearing. Like so that's like a whole different type of energy of like, most of the time playfulness, but sometimes people come in, they're like not having such a great day too. And like, yeah, just come as you are, so like that kind of community and that group of women. And I'm so grateful for that because that's something that like we're going out to dinner as a group in a couple weeks, or we've done bungee fitness. We have gone bowling together. Like, so that's just super, super cool. But then I'm also, believe it or not, a little bit more of an introvert. I do like smaller, intimate, like, so to get together with like one friend or like just a couple friends. I met a friend the other night. She doesn't live in Jersey anymore, but she was up visiting and I've known her she was actually one of the first personal trainers that I hired when I opened my gym, and we've kept in touch all these years. She opened her own fitness studio and she had moved and we've just kept in touch. So we got to reconnect and it was really nice to just meet up with her, just her and I. And she's like, oh, are we doing the boys too? Because her husband's up with her. And I was like, oh, I actually wish we could, but Steve's at the academy tonight teaching. So it's just going to be us girls. And she's like, I'm down. So yeah, the value of like having my girlfriends and like yeah, it is part of the healing and the solution. Absolutely.
I think there is a safety as well, knowing that we like you say you have different pockets of friends. I have different pockets of friends as well. And I'm like, I have so many best friends. I have best friends in this group, best friends in this group, best friends who I like to go hiking with, best friends I
Mhm.
like to go traveling with. And we just have that beautiful relationships. But I also think there's a safety in having people from the outside talk to them about like uh different like I want to say like okay in our group of 10 when we had that group of women in that room we were all in the same idea with the trying to change our relationship with food and exercise but different religions different countries of origin
Mhm.
different such a different background where there's that safety of going, okay, well, this is what I've always known for my world. And I would love to learn from you about your life and your background. And it might make me feel more comfortable talking to my husband about something that um or my mother or my sister or somebody else in my community because I share from somebody from a completely different community about that and they have a completely different perspective.
Mhm.
That really gives me safety because I don't get stuck in one world, one thought process.
Like an
Does that
echo
make sense?
makes
Does that make
total
sense?
sense.
Yeah.
100%. I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we don't want the echo chamber. You want like the diversity of the thought and perspectives,
Mm-hmm.
which actually is part of the compassion and the understanding and the easing and finding peace faster because of so many different perspectives of how people live, whether it's religious backgrounds or culturally where they come from,
Mm-hmm.
different countries and beliefs like that. So you can actually, even if it's like a story, oh well, my grandma used to tell me this, and you hear that and you're like, wow, okay, that's really wise and that's really helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but like, oh, my Italian grandma would say when Papa gets home, everybody behave yourself. You know what
Right.
I mean? Or things like that where,
Yeah.
somebody from a different culture would say, when Papa gets home, everybody jumps on Papa and he tickles everybody or whatever, like all these different worlds.
Yeah.
And then it gives me the opportunity to go, gosh, I really wish that I want my life to be more like the fun papa.
Mm.
I don't want my life to be like the grumpy papa, if that makes sense. And then that gives me so much more growth. It gives me so much more to do for each other. And also like how I treat my children. Like, oh, I was told I'm supposed to raise them this way. And then a friend of mine will be like, oh, girl, don't worry about all that because I was told this. And then you're like, oh, really? That's really neat. That's cool. Maybe I'll do that in my life too.
Mhm.
And yeah, because if I just put myself and I just do what my mom told me to do, and I just do what my dad told me to do, and I keep myself in this little world, it's not going to feed me at all, you know?
Mm.
Even though like we were saying, like I have a fantastic relationship with my husband, but if you were to say to me, I don't know, on Sundays, me and my husband leave each other alone. Like, why? Oh, because this is really good for us. We both feel like we need our space. And I'm like, damn, that's really nice. You know what I mean? There's like, just because I'm happy doesn't mean I can improve. Or with my children, I have an amazing relationship with my kids too. But like if somebody was to tell me my mom did this and it upset me and it pissed me off, I'd be like, damn, I do that. You know what I mean? I'm like, shit, I do that. I don't want to do that anymore.
Mhm.
If I
Yeah.
didn't have a girlfriend who I love and I trusted,
Yeah.
and I just had the same echo chamber, it would be, yeah.
Yeah. That's how you stay stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love to be around women who are up to great things. I
Hmm.
just love it. I want to hear all about it. Like,
Hmm.
what are you doing next? I love it.
Oh, and that's the other thing about the women that I surround myself with, and you do too. I am not competing with
Oh,
anyone. No, thank fucking you. And as soon
no.
as you start to show that you are trying to show me up, I'm like, well, I don't think we're friends now. Like, I think you're cool, but I'm not going to chill with you because, like, I don't need that in my life. I don't need a mean girl in my world. Thank you.
It ends up becoming, I can't remember the last time somebody tried to do that with me. I think it's just because of the vibe I give off. Like,
Yeah.
I am not competitive. I'm not fun to compete against. I'm not a fun person to compete against because I don't play off of that energy. So you end up competing with yourself, which is what
Yeah.
you want anyway. I
Yeah.
just want you competing with yourself. That's
Yeah.
it.
You're rooting that person on to
Yep.
win the battle that they have
Yep.
against God knows what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same thing. Don't compete with me because I'm not competing with you. It happens so quickly, though. You can see it when it occurs. It's
Mm.
like, oh, damn, girl. That's
Mm.
the old way. That's the old way of thinking. Us girls got to stick together. We got too many of those asshole patriarchy out there trying to take us down. We got to be together, you know?
Yeah. I'm just not interested. But I'm also not a competitive person by nature. Like, I
That is
sports.
not true.
Ah,
That is not true, Dana. You don't compete with others, but you compete. You're a competitive person. You are a competitive person. You don't try and tell me that you're not like, oh, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna figure this out. I don't know how many times you've said that to me.
yes, but I don't. Is that competitive or is that determination?
It's like competitive against yourself. Like you want to just keep getting better and keep getting better.
That I do.
Yeah.
That I absolutely do.
Yeah. But I
And
mean,
I
you don't
do.
compete with others. Like you're not sitting here going, okay, no, I think I can go faster than you or whatever. That's not what I mean. But I mean, yes, you're definitely competitive. You'd be really good at a competitive, what's a game that's like you do it yourself?
Well, and I always say like those are the sports that I love to play.
Uh,
The only team sports I enjoy playing is volleyball. That's it.
oh.
That's it. I have no interest in any other team sport. I like individual sports. I like skiing. I
Hmm.
like mountain biking. I like hiking.
Hmm.
I like, what else do you do by yourself?
Lifting weights.
Lifting weights.
What did you
Even
just say to me the other day? You're like, I did 20 pounds, blah, blah,
I
blah. And
know.
I'm like, yeah,
I
because you're
know.
competitive. You want to beat your last one. You want to get a little bit better every time.
It's funny. Yeah, I can see how, I guess I just never looked at it as being competitive with myself.
Hmm.
I see it more that I want to constantly improve
Hmm.
in any capacity. So I wouldn't use the word competitive because it doesn't like, I don't know, but maybe that's what it is. It's
Hmm.
just like from my viewpoint is that I'm just always wanting to improve
Yeah.
in all aspects. And I want to improve in whether it's my relationship with my sister or
Hmm.
my husband or just if we're traveling somewhere and like, the next place that we're going, even how we're going to travel, like just I'm always looking for a better way of doing things,
Hmm.
um, and expanding my knowledge.
Hmm.
Yeah. I love learning. Learning is like a top value of mine. I
Hmm.
have to learn like every day. I want to learn something every day.
Hmm. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't, but there's that competitiveness, it has nothing to do with other people.
Mm-mm.
Like,
Mm-mm.
and that shouldn't be, yeah, I would have really,
And if you do have that within you, like that's awesome because we need competition. I mean, I feel like there's absolutely a place for it and I respect it and I understand it.
hmm,
It's like, but I feel like I've got other qualities that are like
yeah.
stronger and like,
But
But
not in a way that like hurts other people. That's the thing that when what we were talking about is being with other females and
yes.
supporting each other,
Yes, we are
you
not
know.
like the analogy I like to use is crabs in a bucket. You don't put a lid on a bucket with crabs in it because there's one crab that will try to get escape and the rest of the crabs just pull them back down. So that bucket doesn't need a lid. So I always say that with women. Women can end up tearing other women down.
Mhm.
And I always say like don't be crabs in a bucket. Like don't be that person.
Mhm.
Ew.
Yeah.
And I'm fortunate that I don't the truth is I don't, and you've known me long enough, I don't think most people can keep up with me. So they can't tear me down
Mhm.
because I move quickly and get shit done.
Mhm.
Like if we say we're going to do something, it doesn't take us long to actually implement. Not that many people are good implementers and things. Like they have a creative idea. Like I've done that time and time and time again in my life. I have a creative idea and will birth the creative idea. I will
Mhm.
fucking make it happen. It's so I'm kind of like, get the fuck out of my way. Either get on board or get out of my way. Get on
Mhm.
board or get out of my way. Like this is happening. Like my
Mhm.
coffee carry on, I had that idea. We figured out, we got a patent. I got my utility patent, the design patent. We're like, I'm working with companies for licensing.
Mhm.
There's nothing standing in my way of that. Like that's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So once I have like, or I had the idea of the gym, oh, that's happening. So in that aspect, maybe that is a bit of a competitive nature. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm glad
Okay.
that you came to it because as you're like, oh, get out of my way, I'm like, no, she's not competitive.
But not tearing other people down, get out of my
No,
way. More
no.
like get on board
Mhm.
or you're dragging me. Like
Mhm.
I don't drag me. Either you're like we're going to accelerate together if you feel at all like yeah, there was like a couple comments I got about that product in particular. I remember somebody saying to me, "Well, what if this or that could be easily ripped off or whatever?" Do you know I do not talk to that person anymore. I have
Oh,
zero interest. It was another woman,
oh.
and one of her first comments was about more negative.
Mhm.
And meanwhile, so many other people I've showed it to over the past couple, they're like, "Oh my God, this is
Yeah.
amazing." So
Mhm.
that one person, I'm like, I do not want you in my world. Get out
Mhm.
of my way.
Still can't believe it's not in every single airport in America yet.
I
It
know.
will be.
It will be. It's just a matter of time. Patience. I'm enjoying the process.
Ugh.
But yeah, the women in my life they give me life. They
Mhm.
give me life. And that's how I know I'm connected to the right women. And it's just getting even more awesome. And it's interesting because even at this age, I still find it very easy to meet new people, make new friends. And I do have a bit of a like I'm very grateful that I'm able to kind of blur the line between trainer and friend. Like, yes, I know when to put my hat on, right? Like I can be like, okay, I've got my mentorship hat on and I'm maybe working with a client privately or whatever, but I'm able to shift gears and also be friends with that person.
Mhm.
And not everyone can do that, but there's some sort of mutual respect between that those roles, and I don't ever feel taken advantage of. It's always like, they know Dana as a friend, then they know Dana as like, okay, now it's coaching time, and oh, okay, now she's gonna like hand it to me. But in the
Mhm.
most loving way, you know.
Mhm.
But yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a mutual respect.
yes, a
Yeah.
mutual respect. Absolutely. Absolutely. But that had come with time as the more I respected myself.
Mhm.
The more I respect myself, then it's just easier. It's not like demanding respect from others. It doesn't work that way.
Mhm.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Respect is like it's an unspoken thing. But but yeah, I have, and we're talking go back to the husbands thing, like have a great, fantastic relationship with my husband. There's still things that I will share with him. It's not like I'm not sharing things with him. I do. I just don't lean on him for all the things
Yeah, he
because
can't do all the things.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, like it's just not realistic. And then the other way around too, to be like the responsibility to be all the things to your partner is just not fair.
Um,
It's not fair. I don't think it's fair. I
no.
think it's demanding too much of one single human, and and that is what friendships are for. That friendships and other communities, right? So I also have my entrepreneur community, so then I get like, just running business and things like that. And I love to talk shop, I love to talk business. So it's a whole nother like world and expression. And I love to get together with professionals like that too. And same thing, we're there to lift each other up. It's all like, it's not like anyone's better than anyone else when I get together with my, fellow entrepreneurs who run all sorts of different businesses. It's we're all just trying to learn from each other.
Mhm.
And we can talk about some of the things in business that are just like, like you
Yeah,
need to be able to like vent about stuff to
yeah.
somebody who is going to understand
Hmm.
that thing, you
Yeah.
know?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
and if you have a topic for us or you want us to pick something apart or dissect or unravel or whatever, then definitely comment below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you had any points in this conversation or any other things you wanted to add about being in like a group with your girlfriends or like, just that, what you get from that that's so special that you can't get from other places. And I will say, that it is part of how a woman can keep her identity as a woman later in life, maintaining friendships. Because a lot of women will come to the mentorship almost feeling like a bit of an identity crisis because they lean too much on, I've been a mother all these years and now
Yeah.
my kids are leaving the house. If you maintain some friendships along the way, I think there is less of an identity crisis. It's
Yeah.
almost like having camaraderie with somebody else who understands as you're working through something, I think can ease the process of transition. And also, I had a woman talking about the transition into retirement and
Mhm.
how that's not discussed as much. And she's like, that's like a whole nother topic of transfer, like not transformation, more like just from one like identity
Identity. Yes.
into another and thinking retirement's going to be all these things and then like maybe it is, maybe it isn't, and having some friends to really like guide you through that transition, that's the word I was looking for, not transformation. Although again, I mean, I can change you but
Yep.
the transition. All right, awesome. Thanks for being here, you guys. And yeah, we will see you on the next one.